Awkward Mafia.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to another episode of Awkward Mafia Show. I'm Jesse.
I'm Frankie.
So today we're doing something a little different. As you may be aware, based on what you see before you right now, I'm a big Doctor Who fan.
Yes, he loves Doctor Who.
I love me some Doctor Who. Oh boy, howdy do I. So, Frankie here has never seen Doctor Who.
No, I've not seen it.
Never
I heard
cared
about it.
Never really,
Yeah, it's a show. There's so many shows.
Yeah, it's true. And it is a 50 years of shows
to catch up
so
on.
it is a little... Yeah. So I thought it'd be fun to dip Frankie's toes in a little bit and show him what many consider to be the best episode of Doctor Who. Frankie, you watched Blink.
Yes.
The 2007 episode,
No.
Doctor Who. I believe the third season of the reboot.
The Sci-Fi Channel reboot.
No, it was BBC still.
Oh, still BBC. Oh.
There was like 20 years where there was no ongoing Doctor Who show. There was like a couple movies and one-off specials, but
That's it.
in 2005 they brought it back as like a reboot, but then they decided, it's not a reboot, it's the same universe. Partway through the series. But
You find
Blink.
out.
Yeah, you find out. Blink is, I love the episode Blink. It's a good episode.
That was awesome.
It's not my favorite though.
I thought it was really
But
great.
it is up there, certainly.
Yeah, it's good.
So, no more posturing. Just in case you haven't seen this episode, Blink, there probably will be spoilers in this discussion.
we can't have spoilers.
Yeah, you go spoiler
Okay.
away. But Frankie, what did you think?
It was awesome. I love it. I like anything where you don't really understand what's going on, and then at the end, not only does it totally explain what's going on, like every part of it is cool. And then, this is a TV show about time.
Time travel.
Time travel. Is every episode like that?
Where
Like there are parts where you don't really understand what's happening, and at the end, I get it because the past.
sometimes,
Yeah, that does happen.
it's because it's a time travel show. There's a lot of cool things you can do with
Right.
that aspect of it. Sometimes they do bootstrap paradoxes, like in this episode.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Where, for you who don't know, bootstrap
Yeah,
paradox
okay.
is where you go back in time and cause something to happen that you know that causes you to go back in time.
Gotcha.
It's an endless loop.
It's okay.
It's a perfect loop of like cause and effect.
But it has to happen.
Yeah,
to
in
make-
order for anything in the story to happen, you had to have at one point in the future gone back in time to make things
to
happen.
make things happen. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
that's usually known as the bootstrap paradox.
Okay.
It's one very famous little theoretical story. It doesn't matter. They actually talk about it in one of the cool episodes of Doctor Who, but that's a whole other thing. So this episode, fun fact. So this episode was written by Stephen Moffat.
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 Okay,
That's it.
Moffat.
One of the co-creators of the Sherlock.
Oh, he
Yeah.
wrote that.
He's also currently the showrunner of Doctor Who. He wasn't at the time.
Oh, okay. But he was a writer.
He doesn't take over for another 2 seasons, I think, after what we watched. But he's the current showrunner of the show. He wrote that episode, Blink.
Good episode.
But even more interesting is the original story for Blink was written by a fan.
What?
It was fan fiction. She came up with a character. I don't know if it's the same name as Sally Sparrow, but she came up with the story, basically, about Weeping Angels.
Originally, it was.
It got a lot of acclaim from fans. Like, she just put it up on a Doctor Who website.
Oh, cool.
So much so that it got the attention of the writers, and they reworked it into the show.
Oh, cool.
So it was actually a fan idea.
Does she get a credit?
I believe she
or something?
gets. She probably gets a credit. I mean, she got some fame. So knowing that, and watching the episode again, you can kind of see that Sally Sparrow is a bit of a Mary Sue insert character.
Oh yeah,
That every boy wants, and she comes up with everything. But it worked. I think it works.
No, I think it's fine. Yeah, it doesn't. Everybody does like her though. Even Doctor Who at the end.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, thank you.
So Doctor Who is primarily about time travel, about aliens, and about the monsters.
Okay.
This is the first episode featuring the Weeping Angels. And in my opinion, the best episode of the Weeping Angels, because they keep trying to add to them and it just subtracts. You know?
It's cool, and this is their lore.
Yeah.
It's just that they're...
they keep adding more powers and stuff to them. It's like, no, you had it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Why you gotta complicate it?
What a cool idea for a being is that if anything looks at it, it doesn't
exist.
Yeah, or it's stone. So yeah, that's
it's a very cool sci-fi idea.
And he says that they're very this lonely existence. Well, of course it would be.
Yeah, because they can't really communicate with each other or
Yeah.
with each other. But I think we both agree. One of our favorite lines for this episode is that they're the kindest killers in the universe. They send you back in time and let you live to death.
Yeah, it's just not in your own time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll never go back to there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is very...
it's funny.
Very funny and interesting idea.
Yeah, definitely. Anytime that there's a funny line from time travel, I appreciate that.
It reminds me a lot of Douglas Adams, honestly.
Yeah, definitely.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. He was a writer on Doctor Who.
Way back when?
Way back when. He wrote, I think, a couple episodes, and he wrote a lot of the radio show.
Oh.
Even having, what's his name? Dent. What's his first name? Arthur Dent.
Yeah, Arthur Dent.
Arthur Dent has met Doctor Who on the radio show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And every now and then they do reference Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy in the Doctor Who lore, so they might be the same universe.
Oh, that's
like
cool.
Products from Hitchhikers will sometimes show up in Doctor Who.
Oh, that's cool.
And David Tennant, in the first episode he appeared, he was wearing like a robe, and he was like out of it, and then when he came to, he was like, oh, what do you think of the robe? Very Arthur Dent, isn't it? And they're like, does he mean because he met Arthur Dent, or because he's aware of the book?
Of the book Arthur Dent, yeah.
That's a whole other thing. But so this episode, I picked this episode one because it's got a lot of people really like this episode. It's like one of the more popular ones.
Yeah,
but also it's one of the ones that doesn't really feature the Doctor that much. And I thought it's a good way to dip your toe into it. It's like you don't get it. You don't have to deal with the whole "who is this guy" thing.
Yeah, I know just as much about Doctor Who as Sally Sparrow does.
Yeah,
which is like I don't know who he is at all. Yeah,
exactly.
Which is cool.
But also because you're more familiar with him from Jessica Jones, the actor. Yeah,
that is true. I did go into thinking, is he gonna be creepy and weird to me? But he's not, because he's a totally different character in that he's explaining time travel to people, but his mind is somewhere else. Yeah. Like, even when he's explaining to the people that went back to the 60s, he's like explaining to them, but also have this and also do this. Yeah. He's kind of not really...
He built a machine that detects weird time stuff. It dings when something happens.
Yeah, when stuff happens.
You know, and he says it can fry an egg from 10 paces, whether you want it to or not.
It just will do that.
That's why I learned to stay away from hens.
Yeah, that's what he says.
It's a really because like you said, everything is tied up by the end.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So even he's unaware of what's going on. Yeah. Even at the very end,
he's just following the instructions. You find out he gets at the end.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I give it to you. That was cool. Yeah, that was really cool.
So overall, how does this make you feel about Doctor Who? I mean, what did you think Doctor Who was before seeing this episode?
I knew that it had to do with time travel. I guess I thought it would be more like sci-fi-y, and not as Twilight Zone-y. For me, this one was a little bit more like a Twilight Zone, because when at the end it all comes together, like, I get it. But it was also a little bit better than Twilight Zone in that it just wasn't explained with one sentence. I guess I thought it would be less cool than that. I guess the writing really made it cool. Because at the beginning, sometimes at the beginning of a Twilight Zone, or even at the beginning of a time travel story, you go, oh, I get what's going to happen. Yeah. It's going to be him that gave his own answers and da da da. Yeah. And this kind of did that.
It kept adding.
But then at the very end, it even added the point. Oh, even he doesn't know what's going to happen. She starts it all, kind of, in a way, by handing it to him. So it even had more layers on top of that. I like that.
Doctor Who episodes often start with a really cool thing. Well, not often, but a lot of the better episodes start with a cool thing. Mm-hmm. This one was a woman finding a message under the wallpaper telling her to duck.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah, that's a weird thing.
Yeah, definitely.
But then the added level of there's these things that time travel you, and then they say these things don't exist if you look at them. Like, right. There's a DVD. There's a lot of movie DVD extra stuff we would know.
Yeah, exactly.
Thrown in there and they explain it's an Easter egg. It's something you have to look for.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's it's cool.
It's a metaphor for the whole thing.
It's a little meta too when they point out their names are cool together.
Yeah.
And how they say why don't you just go to the police? This guy was watching a movie saying, just go to the police, you stupid girl. And why do they never do that?
Yeah.
And she goes, oh yeah, I should do that.
Yeah, so she does that, and then it doesn't work out. It doesn't help. That's why it goes.
Yeah. But she does it. They point it out, and she does it. And they point out it's weird that she only owns 17 DVDs.
Yeah.
She's like, why only 17?
I own a lot less now because of downloads, I think.
Sure.
But
this was 2007.
Yeah, 2007. I think I had I have tons more.
Yeah. Yeah.
and at least in the 40s, perhaps.
Yeah.
Tons.
So, to your
17
point,
is like it.
to your point about the Twilight Zone, Doctor Who is a very unique show in that it kind of goes back and forth between serialized storytelling and Twilight Zone stuff, sometimes in the same episode.
Oh, cool.
Because sometimes there's... The way I look at it is it's a season of Twilight Zone stories with the same character running through all of them.
Yeah.
And at the end of the season, it all comes together.
It culminates in...
They take elements usually from every episode and put it into this is how it all ties together.
Oh, cool.
And usually a season will start with a really cool Christmas episode.
Oh, that's nice.
So of the... Where are we at now? 12 Doctors. 12 official.
Dang.
Technically there are 13, but we only count 12.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Of the 12 Doctors, this Doctor is my favorite.
Okay, David Tennant.
That's the one I'm dressed up as in this picture, even though I'm with the 12th Doctor's companion. She was also the 11th Doctor's companion for a little bit. But David Tennant's always been my favorite.
No, yeah,
because he's the
cool.
most, like, absent-minded, interesting, cool.
That's what I want to say. That was different about Kilgrave. Kilgrave was creepy, but his mind wasn't... Like
he was
this
very
guy,
focused.
Yeah, exactly. He's focused. His mind is everywhere. It's like he's thinking of other things. He has a machine.
Because he's just a genius guy, so he has a hard time focusing on something.
So he's a good actor then.
Yeah. Yes, he's a good range.
And he has...
As long as he's British. He's Scottish in real life, but he's British.
But I would say he doesn't come off at all creepy in this, which I thought he'd at least have a little because Kilgrave was so creepy. But he doesn't. He's good.
Yeah.
When you saw it the other way, did you think, oh, he's going to be too funny to be a bad guy?
No, I thought he's a great actor.
He'll be good.
I'm excited to see him in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And I was like, Kilgrave, really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting. So I was totally open-minded.
You're open to see.
Like, oh,
did you know it was going to be that cool? That he's going to be, I mean...
I was hoping.
Or at least that different of a turn to Doctor Who?
Well, because I'm familiar with the character he was playing, I knew it had to be.
Yeah, sure.
But, like, I knew he had the ability to do that.
So you were looking forward to it?
I was looking forward to it. I was
Okay,
like, cool, because I haven't seen David Tennant do a lot of stuff. He's mostly done, like, British stuff.
Now that when I see someone play a bad guy first, I think I always think, oh, that guy's a bad guy. but now that I see this, now I would like to see him in other things, or maybe even more Doctor Who episodes.
Here's an interesting little trivia fact. In real life, David Tennant is married to the daughter of the actor who played the 5th Doctor.
Really?
Yeah. And she was in one episode of his Doctor Who.
Why not?
Where she played his daughter.
Really?
Like a clone, though. She was like a weird, made a clone of him.
Oh, that's cool.
Mixed with some alien days, so she looked different. But the actress was his real life wife. And the episode was called The Doctor's Daughter because she is actually the daughter of the 5th Doctor.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah. So the Doctor's wife is actually his daughter.
In the show.
In the show, but also in real life, but not the same Doctor.
Yeah, but right. Right.
Yes.
Makes sense.
So there are 2 Doctors in that family.
Well, that show and the time travel within itself also makes for some funny things to say.
Yes, it does. So, I don't really want to give this episode a rating because you have nothing really to compare it to.
But I thought it was great. I mean,
so, thumbs up, down, you say?
I would say as long as there's enough cool moments in the show as there was in that episode in general, then I would say thumbs up.
It is, yeah. Like I said,
I mean that stuff happens a little.
Personally, this is not my favorite episode,
right.
Because I've seen this episode like 10 times.
Right, yeah.
It's an episode you can rewatch and still enjoy every time.
Right.
But you do see the flaws of, like, you could tell Fan came up with this.
Okay, yeah,
but
definitely.
Again, this is like one of the coolest Doctor Who monsters.
Because of
the way they work and all that. And it is one of the cooler setups and executions of a sci-fi idea.
Yeah, definitely.
In the Doctor Who. But there are way more Twilights. Like, I originally picked a different episode that was way more Twilight Zone-y, but I couldn't find it. So we watched this one instead, and I feel like it was still a good one.
This makes me want to see the show in general more.
Yeah.
I would like to.
It's a good show. Unfortunately, I would suggest go to Netflix.
I was just going to ask you, is it on Netflix?
They did up until
this episode.
Up until 4 months ago, they took it all off Netflix because now BBC is going to make
its own BBC
their own
stream.
thing. Yeah,
BBC stream.
Essentially, pay us $10 a month so you can watch Sherlock and Doctor Who.
I know, and Dirk Gently.
That's true, Dirk Gently,
which I want to see.
Actually aired this weekend.
The first episode.
The first episode, yeah. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm really excited.
Yeah, I want to watch that too.
Because it's Douglas Adams again.
It's another Douglas Adams property, yeah.
And it's the show producer's Max Landis.
Who did what?
He wrote American Ultra.
Oh snap!
He also
Which I like.
He also made this really cool internet video called "Wrestling Isn't Wrestling."
Oh really?
Yeah, it explains pro wrestling in a really funny way. It has a lot of celebrity cameos and stuff in it too.
Oh cool, cool.
But yeah, Max Landis is a cool guy, and he's a little much. Honestly. But he's a really cool guy in small doses. But
he's like Tarantino.
He's really creative. Yeah, like Tarantino. Yeah.
Okay.
He's a really creative guy. I love his ideas. But like, I watch the show he's on sometimes, and it's like, okay, dude, no. Like, you have strong ideas.
You ever watch the behind the scenes of a Quentin Tarantino movie? Mm-mm. The actors love him, and then they go, okay, let's get back to shooting. It looks like they want to. You know what I mean? All right. He's like, okay. Yeah, I think
he's got a big personality.
Yeah, okay,
and he has strong opinions, but his ideas are really cool, and he really loves and respects Dirk Gently and Elijah Wood's attached.
Yeah, that's
so it's like cool.
Yeah, and it's cool that maybe it's England in general. They just have more of a sense of humor about sci-fi stuff. Specifically, I mean, the Douglas Adams stuff, but Doctor Who, that was kind of funny too. There was a lot of funny moments in that.
It's Doctor Who shifts between funny, sad, and scary.
Yeah,
like it's always one or more of those things.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's kind of the yeah.
I do like the addition of humor. But I imagine even the scary and sad ones, the Doctor Who himself must be somewhat funny in them.
Yes. This is a larger conversation, but every Doctor is different.
Oh yeah. Okay.
At their core, they're pretty much the same, but they have different ways of going about it. Like this guy's really, he's sometimes absent-minded. He's more of an inventor, and he's more aware of like human. He's the most human probably. Like he really loves pop culture and stuff. But the Doctor after him is like Willy Wonka on steroids.
Really?
He's way more absent-minded and crazy, and like he's younger too. So he's like, he has like a lot of weird gizmos, and he's always excited about every little thing. And then the Doctor after him is like, don't touch me. Oh, jeez. I don't understand people at all. Okay. I don't care about you. I care about what's happening right now. It's really interesting.
And we don't know who the next Doctor's going to be.
No, because we're still on that one.
That's the Doctor.
Yeah, we're still on him. But this might be his last year. I don't know.
We don't know.
Anyway, this was fun.
Yeah, you definitely opened up a world of Doctor Who to me.
Maybe we'll do another. I'll pick another episode and we can watch that again and talk about it.
I'm down.
But yeah, it's really unfortunate they're not on Netflix anymore. I believe the classic Doctor Who is still on Hulu.
Really?
But there are other ways to get these Doctors. I mean, they're all on DVD.
Right.
They're all available. I don't want to say how. They're all available. I think we all know what I mean.
Right.
Because I'm not paying $10 a month just to watch Doctor Who episodes I've already seen.
Yeah, I know. Jeez.
At that point, I'll just buy the DVDs.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Although they're really expensive.
But if you buy a whole set at a time, it's like $100.
I know. Because there's so many episodes. It's hard. It was so easy that they're all on Netflix. I'm like, cool. I could just last Christmas I watched every Christmas episode of Doctor Who from 2005 on.
Oh, that's nice.
I was like, that was all day. I was like, yeah, adore Doctor Who.
That's for you, Santa. I got Doctor Who.
Good times.
But there's also Downton Abbey that I'm sure will be on.
Oh yeah, that'll probably be on there. I don't watch that, but
you could.
That's another big show from BBC. Yeah,
and you might get into it because you pay the $10.
I saw a lot of articles that were like, they expect you to pay $10 for Doctor Who. Like, what else do they have?
Yeah.
And I was like, Downton Abbey, that's a good one. And
is there
Sherlock?
Is there British animation?
Probably.
Britame?
Isn't that what they used to transition in Monty Python?
That Terry Gilliam cutouts?
Yeah.
I guess so.
Isn't that British animation?
Episodes of Danger Mouse.
that and Yellow Submarine.
Right, yeah.
The pinnacles of British animation.
Do you remember Danger Mouse, the original Danger Mouse?
Kind of.
The backgrounds are the same color.
Oh, yeah?
I wonder if that was just inspired by Terry Gilliam, who is American, but then that's British people kept going with it, perhaps. Because Yellow Submarine is somewhat the same as well. It has this feel of that.
Yeah, that's British. What are you going to do? All right.
Well, maybe all that will be on the streaming BBC.
Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Our Twitters are down in the description. As is our Instagrams and our Tumblrs
and our souls.
Check out our playthrough of Kingdom Hearts. We also talked about other stuff recently. Sometimes we play Overwatch. I'm also playing Lego Dimensions with Anthony. It's a separate series we got going. And we're playing and doing whatever we want all the time. So
every day, killing it.
Well, not every day.
Killing it.
We post them every day, but, but we don't actually do it every day. We do it like one weekend. We're like,
but I
do stuff, and then try to stretch it out.
I don't know if you know this. I play video games when you're not around.
What?
I play all kinds of video games.
How dare you?
Oh, I thought we were having an open video game relationship. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes my girlfriend's watching.
Ooh. Okay. Doctor Who all the way. Doctor Who's the best. Forget the rest. We got Doctor Who.
What about my personal doctor?
He only needs just watch a bunch of Doctor Who episodes. Keep the Doctor away.
But these pills keep me alive.
Yeah. Throw him down the drain.
Okay, no, time will figure it out.
Yeah, time will figure it out. Time heals all wounds.
True. I'll take my pills out of my pocket, throw them out.